Now at 5:30, we're tracking a bill moving through the U.S. Senate that would recognize interracial and same-sex marriages under federal law, even if the U.S. Supreme Court reverses the rulings that legalize them. I'm Michelle McConaughey.
And I'm Dan Haggerty. Now, that bill got an assist this week from an unexpected supporter, North Carolina Republican Senator Thom Tillis. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie is at the legislative building with this story, and explain why is this so unexpected?
Dan, you know, it was in 2012, it's just 10 years ago, that Senator Thom Tillis was then the Speaker of the House here at the legislature. And he was a supporter of the same-sex marriage ban that voters put into the state's constitution just that very year. And now he's backing a measure to make sure that that ban never takes effect again. The Respect for Marriage Act puts the right to same-sex and interracial marriage into federal law and repeals a 1996 law that allowed states not to recognize those marriages performed in other states. That's already the status quo under the 2015 Obergefell ruling, but the current Supreme Court has signaled they might overturn that ruling. North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis helped get the bill through a key vote this week by adding religious freedom language to win Republican support.
Why not take some time to provide certainty to these families and take the opportunity to provide greater protections for religious freedom?
When Tillis was Speaker of the North Carolina House in 2012, he supported a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage. That ban was overturned by the 2015 ruling. I asked Tillis whether he's changed his mind.
You know, I do think the Supreme Court decision changes the factors that lead you to a conclusion to support or not support the bill. It certainly did for me.
LGBTQ advocates like Catherine Oakley with the Human Rights Campaign say the bill would act as an insurance policy for millions of families.
It is a limited bill, but what it is doing is really important and is going to really impact people's lives.
Social conservatives like Matt Staver with the Liberty Council say the bill doesn't do enough to protect religious freedom. He said it will lead to more lawsuits for refusing to provide services to LGBTQ people.
And whether they're Christian, Muslim, Jew, whatever it might be, this is going to steamroll many people's faith.
Tillis said many religious groups support the bill, but he said some could still be at risk of lawsuits.
I stand with the religious community that that's inappropriate, but that in many respects is a risk that already exists. And what we've done here is lessen the risk.
The bill passed a procedural vote this week with support from a dozen Republican senators, including North Carolina's other Senator Richard Burr. It's expected to have a final vote in the Senate after Thanksgiving, and then it goes back to the House. Dan?
Laura Leslie live in Raleigh. Thanks, Laura.